As the Passover feast began, Jesus sent 2 of his disciples into Jerusalem with a strange instruction. "Look for a man carrying a jar of water, follow him." They went, and everything happened exactly as Jesus had said. They found a large, quiet upper room, already furnished and waiting. That evening, Jesus and the 12 gathered there to share the meal. But as they reclined at the table, Jesus spoke words that shattered the peace. "Truly I tell you, one of you who is eating with me will betray me." A wave of sorrow and disbelief swept over the disciples. One by one they asked him, "Surely you don't mean me?" Then, as they ate, Jesus took bread. He gave thanks, broke it, and gave it to them, saying, "Take it, this is my body." Later he took a cup of wine, gave thanks, and offered it to them, saying, "This is my blood of the covenant, which is poured out for many." He promised them he would not drink wine again until he drank it anew in the kingdom of God. Then, after they had sung a hymn, they went out into the night, toward the Mount of Olives and the shadow of what was to come. The moon hangs full and serene over the ancient olive trees of the Garden of Gethsemane. Its soft light catches the gnarled, silvery trunks and the gentle glow of wildflowers at their roots. Across the deep Kidron ravine, the city of Jerusalem sleeps, its white stone walls bathed in a peaceful blue light. But that peace is shattered, Peter. A man with fiery hair and a heart full of passion looks up, his eyes wide with alarm. A snake of torchlight winds its way down the path. A detachment of Roman soldiers and temple guards, their armor and weapons glinting ominously from the crowd steps Judas. His face is a mask of conflicted emotion. He moves directly to Jesus, and in a moment that will echo through history, he leans forward and betrays his teacher with a kiss. The garden erupts. Soldiers surge forward, a chaotic circle of clubs and swords closing in around one calm figure. Jesus stands perfectly still, his simple tunic a beacon of serenity in the storm of aggression. Peter's fury ignites. He draws his sword, its steel flashing in the torchlight, and lunges toward a servant, his protective rage overtaking his fear. But a hand, calm and firm, stops him. Jesus meets Peter's stormy gaze, his own eyes filled not with anger, but with immense compassion and authority. "Put your sword away," he says, his voice steady. In a profound close-up, the weight of the moment rests on his face. "Shall I not drink the cup the Father has given me?" he asks, his resolve as solid as the ancient hills. He then turns back to the crowd and, in a gesture of ultimate surrender, calmly extends his hands. A soldier, almost hesitant, steps forward and begins to bind his wrists with a coarse, heavy rope. Now a bound captive, Jesus stands with unshaken dignity. The soldiers flank him, but his noble posture makes their triumph feel hollow. The twisted olive branches seem to weep over the scene. The procession begins to move, a chaotic river of light and noise pulling him away from the garden. His disciples are left behind. Haunted by fear, Peter followed the crowd to the high priest's courtyard, keeping his distance. He huddled by a fire, trying to blend in. A servant girl spotted him. "He was with Jesus," she said. Panicked, Peter replied, "I don't know him." A little later, another person accused him. "You're one of them." Again, Peter denied it. "I am not." An hour passed before a third man insisted, "Your accent proves you're a Galilean. You were with him." Peter shot back, "I don't know what you're talking about." Immediately, a rooster crowed across the courtyard. Jesus turned. His eyes met Peter's, not with anger, but with heartbreaking sorrow. And Peter remembered the prophecy he had denied his Lord 3 times. Stumbling into the breaking dawn, he fell to his knees, alone and utterly broken, and wept bitter tears.
That same day, 2 followers were walking to a village called Emmaus, deep in discussion about all that had occurred. As they talked, Jesus himself came up and walked along with them, but they were kept from recognizing him. He asked them, "What are you discussing so intently as you walk?" They stopped, their faces downcast. Cleopas replied, "Are you the only one in Jerusalem who doesn't know the things that have happened?" "What things?" Jesus asked. "About Jesus of Nazareth," they said. "He was a prophet, powerful in word and deed. But our chief priests handed him over to be crucified. We had hoped he was the one to redeem Israel. And now, today is the third day. Some women from our group amazed us. They went to the tomb early this morning, but didn't find his body. They came back saying they had seen a vision of angels who told them he is alive." Then Jesus said to them, "How foolish you are, and how slow to believe all that the prophets have spoken. Did not the Messiah have to suffer these things and then enter his glory?" And beginning with Moses and all the prophets, he explained to them what was said in all the scriptures concerning himself. As they approached Emmaus, Jesus acted as if he were going farther, but they urged him, "Stay with us, for it is nearly evening." So he went in to stay with them. When he was at the table with them, he took bread, gave thanks, broke it, and began to give it to them. At that moment, their eyes were opened, and they recognized him, and he disappeared from their sight. They said to each other, "Were not our hearts burning within us while he talked with us on the road and opened the scriptures to us?" They got up and returned at once to Jerusalem. There they found the 11 and others assembled, who exclaimed, "It is true! The Lord has risen and has appeared to Simon." Then the two told what had happened on the way, and how Jesus was recognized by them when he broke the bread.